Imagine this. You are about to have surgery, but there is no medicine to put you to sleep. No injection, no mask, nothing. You will feel every single cut. This was normal for thousands of years. Let's go back to the year 1840. You broke your leg 3 days ago. The wound is turning black. It smells bad. The doctor looks at you and says only two things are possible. Cut off the leg, or you will die from infection. That's it. No other choice. The night before you say yes to the surgery. That night you don't sleep at all. In the morning, two men carry you up the stairs. The surgery room is at the top of the building. Why? Because doctors need sunlight to see what they are cutting. There are no lights like today. Inside the room is full of people. Students stand around in circles just to watch. There is a wooden table in the middle. Old bloodstains are still on it. Under the table, there is a box of sawdust. You understand why. It's there to soak up the blood. Before the cut, they give you three things: a glass of strong alcohol, maybe a little opium if you're lucky, and a piece of leather to bite down on. None of these things actually stop the pain. They are just there to help you survive the shock. Real stories. This is not made up. Real people wrote about it. A woman named Fanny Burney had surgery in 1811. She said the pain felt like it never ended. She screamed the entire time. She fainted twice, and she remembered that pain for the next 29 years. Another man, named George Wilson, said something even sadder. He said in that moment, he felt like God had left him. That's how bad the pain was. Speed was everything. Doctors had only one real weapon against pain. The faster the cut, the less time you suffered. There was one surgeon in London known for being incredibly fast. He could remove a leg in under 3 minutes. Students would actually take out their watches just to time him. Fast surgery saved lives. Slow surgery often meant death from shock. The danger after surgery. But here's the scary part. Surviving the cut was only half the battle. Back then, doctors didn't know that germs existed. They wore the same coat for years, covered in old blood. They didn't wash their hands between patients. So a few days later, infection would often set in. In many hospitals, almost half the patients died after the surgery was already done. One doctor tried to warn everyone. One doctor figured out the problem: hand washing. He proved that when doctors washed their hands, far fewer patients died. But other doctors laughed at him. They said his idea was insulting. Sadly, this doctor was never believed in his own lifetime. The day everything changed. Now here comes the turning point. October 16th, 1846, Boston, USA. A young patient is brought in for surgery. But this time, something is different. A dentist brings in a strange glass device. Inside it is a gas called ether. The first silent surgery. The patient breathes in the gas. He goes still, completely relaxed. The surgeon begins to cut, and for the first time ever, the room stays silent. No screaming. No one holding the patient down. When the patient wakes up, he says he felt almost nothing. The old surgeon turns to the crowd and says one famous line: "This is no trick." The world reacts. This news travels fast, all across the world. Weeks later, that same fast surgeon in London tries it too. He operates while the patient is completely asleep. And when the patient wakes up, he asks when the surgery will start. He doesn't even realize it's already finished. Not everyone agreed. You'd think every doctor was happy about this, but surprisingly, many were against it. Some believed pain was actually necessary for healing. Some even called it cheating to sleep through surgery. It took a queen, yes, a real queen, using this gas during childbirth for people to finally accept it was safe. The second problem gets solved. Pain was solved, but infection was still killing people. A few years later, another doctor discovered something important. Cleaning wounds with a special acid could kill the germs. Slowly, deaths from infection started dropping too, bringing it back to today. Now think about today. You go to a hospital, you count backwards from 10, you fall asleep, you wake up, it's already over, no pain, no memory of the cut. You even complain about the hospital food. The people who lived hundreds of years ago would have given anything to trade places with you. Anything. Just to feel nothing during surgery. And you never even had to ask for that gift. It was already given to you. If you didn't know this part of history, follow the channel for more stories like this. History isn't always about kings and wars. Sometimes it's about pain and the people who end it.